This is Mechelle. She is CEO, Mechelle Tucker, CEO of First Class Candles. So Mechelle, tell people a little bit about yourself and then tell them how you ended up at BET.
Perfect. Okay. So I have multiple companies. First Class Candles is how I got introduced to you, but I also own First Class Consultant. So I got my entrepreneur journey started in 2011, and it was all about providing the right support, leadership, resources for other new and just started businesses, right? So I've been doing that, which is how I just got back last night from LA from attending the 2022 BET Awards. And that's just a lot when it comes to my own company that I do all the events for the most part, the BETs, the Grammys, the Super Bowls, the All-Star weekends, whether I'm hosting events or whether I'm doing brand activation, because I also kind of work on the PR side with my consulting firm. But I launched First Class Candles just last year. And that for me was expanding my brand, being able to have a byproduct, because I was selling so many services. And as everybody know, coming through and in this pandemic, if you didn't come out of this with needing to establish multiple income streams, multiple hustles, I don't even know what to say. So that was the birth of why. And I've always been a candle connoisseur. Candles for me, they really bring me Zen Light. It doesn't matter what is going on in my world, and I'm pretty fast paced and busy. I like that candle, honey.
Yes.
And it just brings it all the way down, and it just balances me out. So starting the candle line really was a no-brainer for me. And then my daughter, who is my business partner with First Class Candles, she was on her business that she was embarking on as an entrepreneur. She was baking on the side, desserts, pastries, things like that. So she kind of took her love for baking, and I kind of took my love for candles, and we came together with First Class Candles. And these candles smell just like her desserts. I mean, it make you want to eat them, but the whole intent for that was to really bring for health and wellness purposes. People are stressed out. We're dealing with so many things with mental health, emotional health, behavioral health issues. So this was just my contribution to the world and society, just to help make this world a better place. So same thing of what I try to do on my consulting side, one business at a time, helping to make our business community a better place. Same thing, and why I launched the candle line. So they work hand in hand, you know what I'm saying? Because I travel with my candles. We just did a pop-up shop in LA for BET weekend, and people have been, the response for these candles, I don't even know what to say. They've been magical. I'm extremely grateful for the time of and space of where we're at, to be receiving blessings where there's a lot of other outside influences, where there's just a lot of, drama, negativity. There's a lot of people who aren't thriving, but I'm grateful that I'm using my business sense, acumen, relationships, connections, network to stay ahead and to what I call create win-win-wins.
Okay, win-win-wins. You better sing it, queen, okay, KK? Yes. So the interesting thing about Mechelle, first of all, my middle name is Mechelle. I changed my name to Mechelle all through grade school. People thought my middle name was Mechelle because yeah, well, I was lying, but I think Mechelle is such a beautiful name. So number one, queen, for having Mechelle, that's number one. And then for bringing your daughter along, I think we got disconnected again. Are you still with me?
Oh, there we go.
Yes. Okay. So bringing your daughter along, she's your partner. We're not going to say partner in crime, partner in business, partner
yes.
in coming up, partner in building an empire. So you work alongside your daughter, Tasha Dawson, who's Chief Operations Officer as well. So I read that Tasha never envisioned herself making candles, but since the family has so many talents, it was just a no-brainer to join in. So how did that make you feel?
Happy, you know what I mean? Like I've been, like I said, on my entrepreneur journey since 2011. So for her to find some level of inspiration, motivation, commitment to the entrepreneur spirit and dream, and then obviously for me to be in business with my daughter, my only daughter, definitely has been like a dream come true. And I think every entrepreneur wants to have family support, whether it be front, back, or side to side. So to be able to find something where we both can come together and create, use this as time to spend together and make money. Hey, it's the American dream, you know?
Building the kingdom. So,
yes.
And with that, like you said, you just came back from the BET Awards. You do so many high profile events. Is that from your consulting firm or the candles?
That's actually from the consulting firm, but the candles have been creating another synergistic way for me to network, because candles are for all seasons. Yeah. Happy times, bad times, just having that sense of smell from a aromatherapy standpoint. It just makes the room, makes the space, makes the environment, makes people around you. It just makes it's an uplifter. It's
right.
lifts your spirit in ways. So it's starting to get some traction. But yes, from my consulting side, like I said, I've been on this grind since 2011. So it ain't too much I ain't done now, but I'm excited. I live in Arizona. The upcoming Super Bowl will be hosted in Glendale, Arizona, right in my backyard. So a lot of my movements, a lot of this energy is just in anticipation of creating my own Super Bowl and my businesses with Super Bowl Glendale coming to Arizona February 12th, 2023. So I'm trying to get ahead of it. And just network, connect with individuals who really want to win. I think we're in a space and a time we're coming together, women supporting women, businesses supporting businesses. We all we got, you know what I mean? So I'm very big on that. I even started a nonprofit last year called Mechelle Cares, because I truly do care. And like when I say win, 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 y'all, now I know everybody done heard it in songs, but I've really been talking win, win, wins, documented for almost 10 years. Because for me, it's networking. It's just a way for all of us to come together and be able to really assure that nobody has to lose for anybody to win. And if we keep that in mind, there's no reason why we should not have our own heaven on earth.
The kingdom, okay? So, now here's the thing about your candles. I love the creativity where you have various shapes and sizes of the jars, and they, like you said, delicious smelling decorative candles. What's the market for candles in Scottsdale, Arizona, and how do you beat out competitors doing the same thing as you?
Well, for us, and I think what our niche is that our candle line is very heavy scented, right? Mm-hmm. So most people, like I said, I am a candle freak, y'all. So you don't want to buy a candle and you can't smell it, you know what I'm saying? Or you got to darn near put your nose in the candle. So our candles are highly scented. They're heavy scented. They're made with all organic herbs and essential oils, because we're all about, going green and just being natural as possible. But I think what most people love about our candle that's different is that our candles smell so good that you don't even have to light them to smell the aromas.
Right. Okay.
So that's definitely that's a major component and what people love. And the fact that we have over 14 scents. Every candle has its own name. We have one called Boss Up, one called Morning Grind, Zen Light, Sun Kissed, Chill Time, Clear Minded. So all of those, for me, they just represent different elements of our lives. And I have another one called Shine On. So right now, I'm kind of feeling Shine On right now, but I definitely, have different scents for different moods, spaces, environments. And I'm just truly grateful that people have the response for these candles have truly been miraculous, to be honest with you, where people have been having some self-healing going on with these candles. They've been experiencing, and as you can tell with my energy, I'm all about the energy. So people can kind of feel my energy through these candles. And it's just been definitely a blessing to be in a space right now, to be creative and to be able to have something that people love. And our goal is just to get out there everywhere that we can and just spreading love the candle way. So they call me the candle lady, candle haven. It's just been an interesting, like I said, we're just 6 months into start launching first class candles, but I'm excited for these last 6 months, and I'm grateful to see what the next 6 months or even 6 years brings forth with this journey.
I love that you're so diverse. Like at the same time, I see you like even on your website, you're at different events. So culturally, you're widespread. You're not just for one demographics, which is the main goal when running a business. So when you built this model, what was the first thing you thought? Do I want to reach women? Do I want to reach men? How did you market? How did you strategize?
Well, to be honest with you, I guess because of my other businesses, I cater to everybody, right? And because I work with everybody, I love everybody, I'm a sword to everybody. So I never want to be put into a box. I've been in blessed opportunities where I've traveled to Africa, met with the president of Uganda. So I'm not just limited to the state of Arizona. I do travel. I'm national. I kind of do move around. And like I said, for me, it was all about health and wellness first. And that's something that there's no ceiling on that. You know what I mean? I got individuals who have kids, people who are in their 70s, men, women, animals, you know what I mean? People who are animal lovers. So I'm just like, listen, whatever the niche comes out to be, like I said, we still been kind of like in a research and development process because we're still a young company. So based upon the feedback, our intent was just to build and create a top tier product, and we'll let the market dictate who it mainly service. But so far, I had grown men call me talking about your candles made me cry.
Aww.
I'm telling you, the testimonies and the stories that I've heard, and I've been getting like such an overwhelming response of men who are candle freaks. You know what I mean? So like I said, I'm just thankful for anybody, men, women, child, adults who love the candles, support the candles, understand that they're supporting a family's dream come true. We're a mom and daughter team, independently, self-funded, and we're just grateful that the love and respect for these candles have been well received, and the best is still yet to come.
It is. I mean, like you said, yours stand out. And that was one of my questions. Like, did you go to the store and sniff candles? Like, what were you doing that made you?
You know what? We just had last summer, we just was like on a formulating mad scientist grind for like months, and just sampling different scents and different fragrances and different oils and herbs. Some of the candles, because I also have a space on the cannabis side that I work with another company developing a cannabis beverage. So for me, once again, it was really about health and wellness. I'm real big on mind, body, and spirit. And I feel like everything starts in the mind. So for me, it was really about helping people in a time where mental health is at a high target as far as people dealing with that. People are depressed, they have anxiety. I also consult and counsel and feel like I do a lot more when it comes to just people who just need somebody to listen with an open heart and an open ear. And just listening to so many stories, I'm like, wow, people just need to feel better. It's something so minor with just buying a candle. If that can light up somebody's life, allow them to enjoy life a little bit better, allow them to breathe goodness and mercy and grace, why not? You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, people have the response to these candles have been equivalent to somebody, to like if I was giving somebody flowers.
So how would you use the candles for Zen, like meditation? Like you said, your candles have a whopping fragrance. So in what ways would you use it for meditation, just to clear your mind?
You know what? For me, there's so many different ways that these candles are used to be able to kind of bring like a Zen Light, bring balance to me in ways, whether I'm taking a bath. I mean, they smell so good. I even just have the top open in the car as a freshener. I'll take a candle. Let me go grab one right now. And I'm telling you, when they say getting high off your own supply, this will be me just doing this right here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make sure I get you some candles too. And then also for your viewers and your listeners, we can definitely, anybody that call in, or however you want to give away some candle, but I'll definitely send you some. And if you want to give some away, my intent really is just to spread love the candle way. And because they are unique and there's nobody doing the way that first class candles are doing them, they kind of got to sample them to know how they hit because it is different and it is an experience with these candles. But like I said, something as simple as, you know, you might have a favorite place in your home that's kind of like your sacred place, the place of peace, whether I'm laying in my bed, whether I'm taking a bath, whether I'm in my loft. I got candles everywhere and I got different scents for different moods and different energies. So if you need something more relaxing, I got, you know, whether you like it sweet, whether you like fresh, whether you like earthy, we got something for everybody.
Okay, she done told you now. And I'm waiting on mine, by the way. Anyway.
I got you.
Now this question is, I have 3 more. Did you ever fail forward or hit the ground running with positivity from the start?
Yes. Now, obviously, there's going to be, you know, levels of frustration, but my center and my foundation, this is something that I've even spoken on other panels and different events, is that I'm very heavily centered when it comes to my faith. And I think as an entrepreneur, you need to know Jesus, you need to know God. Because there's going to be trials, there's going to be tribulations, there's going to be friends, there's going to be family members that might not do you the way you think they're supposed to, or they might take advantage or might not be there for you. So you got to keep your eye on your purpose and what the promise is. And that's one thing that people will say consistently. And I done been there and I done that. I done been abused, misused, didn't know, wearing my heart on my sleeve, just caring about the purpose and not realizing that there are vampires, people who will tell you whatever they think you want to hear to get what they want from you. But the one thing that I never lost sight of was my faith.
That's right.
And I also never gave up. No matter how many times I got knocked down, I had to dust it off, get back up, get in my prayer closet, and keep my eye on the prize. And don't forget the dream that was promised to me. And if he gave you that dream, that means that he would give you the resources, the connections, and the opportunities to live that dream in the reality. And once I started to understand my power, who I was, what my purpose was, it just became easier to navigate from the negative vibes. So I bob and weave and stick and move from negative energy very well.
Okay. Listen, and that's on the big God, the big G, okay? Not the little big God, okay? Don't even get it confused. So I see that, like you said, you got some stuff going on, like your slate is full. So what's next for you?
So what's next for me is I also own a notary firm. So I have a notary classes that I also do. I have 3 kids, right? I have a 28-year-old, I have a 22-year-old, and I also have a 6-year-old. Wow. So the 6-year-old put me back on my hustle in a whole nother way. So for me, my goal is just to continue to expand my network. I work with people from coast to coast, also got relationships in Canada and overseas that I've developed. Being able to be of service, there's a lot of people out there who need the right leadership and the right support. All support ain't gonna help you and all leaders ain't gonna help you, but the right ones will. And being able to differentiate what's right versus what's wrong with people is critical to have that discernment. So that's a lot of what my company does, is just to kind of weed out the bad and make sure that you are equally yoked with the right connections and resources to help you flourish. So expanding my consulting firm is a no-brainer. My goal is to be able to get the candles in more retail placement, store-wise. I'm also looking at a storefront for the candles as well, and having a home for that. And also I co-authored a book. I want to finish my own book myself. So my goal is just get out here and to be able to empower and to be able to inspire. I'm married 22 years in September. I have 3 kids. And the way that I move and shake, you wouldn't think so, but I'm able to, with the grace of God, accomplish being a wife, being a mother, and being an entrepreneur without no setbacks. And they fully support my dreams. I mean, I was just in LA this past weekend, Miami before that. I travel. I have not missed a beat. And I know a lot of people are not awarded or afforded that opportunity, but that gives a sense of hope a sense of motivation and inspiration that you can have it all. You can be a wife, you could be a mother, you could be an entrepreneur, and still get out here and make it happen and make every dream that you have become your reality. That is true. And hopefully my journey and my actions are proof that God is real if you just keep the faith and believe.
That's right. Amen. So I want to have you back because we didn't get enough time.
I know, right?
Oh, girl. Yeah. So we're going to do this again in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Because you have some stuff going on this weekend or next weekend.
But I got our next event we're doing is called Hustlenomics 102. Mm-hmm. And that's August 20th through the 21st in Scottsdale, Arizona. So we did Hustlenomics 101 in March, and pretty much that's a private event of investors that we bring out speakers, and it's all about sowing into these investors. Mm-hmm. I'm blessed and fortunate that I've been able to connect with a group that I've been knowing for a good long time, that they sought me out to help them put this plan together to execute his vision. And he really wants to create a buy back the block AZ Black Wall Street community. Mm-hmm. And there's individuals out here who has resources and funding, but they don't know what to do with it.
Thanks.
So we're bringing forth this business seminar to educate them, to inspire them, and to empower them. So I'm super excited about 102. And then there's other things coming down the pipeline, especially like I said, with Super Bowl 53 coming to Arizona in February. So that's going to keep me busy. I already got promoters hitting me up from out of town who are already looking for venues, already want to start doing pre-events. So my intent is just to connect the dots in a first-class way.
Okay. So tell people where to follow you and just stay up to what you got going on. And I am going to have you back for sure.
I have multiple websites. So First Class Candles has its own website. That's 1stclasscandles.com. Also, my primary website is First Class Consultant. That's 1st Class Consultant. That's not plural.com. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm pretty much everywhere. If you Google Mechelle Tucker, that's all E's now. Tucker or Mechelle Secrets. Pretty much is not too many places they can find me. Or they can just contact you if they need to get a hold of me directly. But like I said, I want to make sure, I get you your own candles. And I definitely would love to be able to give away a couple candles to whoever you choose to win the opportunity, or follow us both and they can win. But my goal is just to be able to support, empower, and help our people grow and prosper.
Okay, and again, this is the bomb, the very bomb queen, Mechelle Tucker out of Scottsdale, Arizona, consultant, author, CEO, and founder of First Class Candles. Give her up.
Yes.
Thank you, queen.
You're welcome.